take 1 point out of 12.
Yep.
You get what you deserve.
Yeah.
I'm afraid tonight.
Let me read a couple of these, Jace, because I'll read one of each. One's against you, one's with you. I'll read the one with you. Cundy's talking the most sense, it says. I don't know that. Is it Mrs. Cundy?
That's from me.
Newcastle fans dress it up how they like. They're a laughing stock in Europe right now. Both them and Man United not getting out of the group and finishing bottom of the group is an embarrassment. Eddie Howe's done his job and moved Newcastle on to the next level. There is no way the owners will put up with that. It's embarrassing. That was Mick, West Ham fan in Peterborough.
Well, that's what I said to you. I just look. I know how brilliantly Eddie Howe's done. I know what he's done, right? But that's where they see themselves, okay? That's where they see themselves, and rightly so.
Yep.
They're coming, the owners are coming and done a brilliant job. They've got the right players in at the right time, okay? They've got players in, and they've moved forward.
Yep.
They brought Chris Wood in. Chris Wood done a great job for them, right? Moved him on when they've gone up at the next level. So that's where they're looking to improve.
Yep.
This Champions League campaign has been pretty poor.
Yep.
There have been some highlights. The game, obviously, other than that, it's been pretty drab.
We're even getting a draw against Milan, first game.
Come off.
No one expected that.
Come off.
Away from home.
Nick Pope had the game. They were fortunate.
Yeah, they were fortunate.
Mate, this campaign has been a bit of a disaster. No, it has.
You can't deny that. You can't deny that. There's reasons for it, which I've said. I'm not getting the old tune.
And all I'm saying is that I think in a private room, they're going to come and say, I think they'll look at this and say, right, is this good enough for where we want to be?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. And on what we've seen, the evidence we've seen, Newcastle in Europe this season, nowhere near it. Nowhere near it.
I can't disagree. But this says it all. Away, Jason, give your head a wobble. You're acting like it's our last stint in the Champions League. We didn't do enough this time round. Fair enough. Start acting like a bit team. Just you wait, sunshine. Chelsea won't have a sniff once we get up and running.
I know what it takes.
And 4-1, he said.
Yeah,
no name on that,
I know. We'll see what happens Tuesday. But I've been there. I've been on this journey as a Chelsea fan. And let me tell you, as soon as the manager finds out that he's not... Claudio Ranieri finished second in the league. Yes, second in the league. Champions League semi-final. Off you pop.
Hang on, one more. Cundy, I love you, but I can't read the next bit. No, sorry, you're being A.
What?
Can't read
Spell
it. Can't read it.
Adam's a Newcastle fan. Adam, good evening, welcome.
Hi lads, how you doing? You all right?
Hello, mate.
I just like to ring up. I just want to say a little bit of perspective needed. I think 6 of that starting 11 played under Steve Bruce 3 years ago.
Yep.
So I think to say that the Champions League campaign's been embarrassing. I think it's been
a bit of a disaster.
I think that's very. They called that the group of death for a reason, Jason. Come on.
I know. I'm not having the group of death, Adam. You're better than AC Milan. Do you think you're better than AC Milan? Yes or no?
No.
Tonight's team, Adam, isn't better than AC Milan. Newcastle's first team is better than AC Milan.
Oh, come off it.
It's true.
I even disagree with that, Darren, to be fair.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, the way I look at it is we've had 1 good season, 1.5 good seasons, and we kind of everyone's getting ahead of themselves. We've had the takeover, we got the money in, we're working with FFP, we're getting the players in. And we wouldn't have got in before. We're getting the players in thanks to qualifying for the Champions League, which is great, which is fantastic. Final of the Carabao Cup. But again, back to my first point, is the fact that 6 of that 11 played under Steve Bruce, and where was that? That was rock bottom of the Premier League 3 years ago, before Eddie Howe came in. So I think to say that the owners are going to look at Eddie Howe and say he's not good enough, I think that's well off the mark.
No, not now. All I'm saying is that campaign, Eddie Howe has shown he is not capable of competing in Europe. That's what I'm saying. That campaign, it underlines it in big black marker. That campaign says to me he is not capable of competing at the biggest trophy in Europe. It's been a disaster. You've had 1 good performance. One in 6 at home against PSG. 1.
Personally, as a Newcastle fan, I said when the draw came out, I'd have taken 3rd place in Europa League.
You should have got that.
Off the bat. So I'm absolutely gutted. I'm devastated that we finished bottom. Honestly,
well, you should
really
be because you had yeah.
But honestly, seriously, I can't. We're not better than Milan. We're not better than Dortmund. We're not better than PSG.
You are.
We're not, Jason.
You were based on last season's performances. There is no way AC Milan are finishing 3rd in the Premier League. No way.
I don't know. I think
you think they've finished third in the Premier League. I'm sorry, they've got 4 Chelsea rejects in there. Come on, Pulisic wasn't good enough. Loftus-Cheek, Giroud. You're better than AC Milan. I'm not accepting that, and you know it.
We can't talk about Chelsea rejects. In fairness, I mean Chelsea's a whole other story for a whole different day. But no, I can't say. Honestly, I think we were the bottom team in that group for a reason. Obviously, pot 4 and everything that comes with that. But I'd say I think top 4, top 5 might be out of our grasp this season just because of everything that's come with it's obviously 6 extra games and the quarterfinals of the Carabao. So I'll happily take 6th place in Europa League now. We could go deep into that and give us a good cup run. And I mean, I'm not saying our season's over by any means. It's only December, but.
Look, I've been there, Ed. I know what it feels like, mate. It's terrible. Honestly, but you will come again. You will come again. You see what Man United did last night. They won't be back in the Champions League anytime soon, but I think you guys
Newcastle will, for sure.
Listen, Ed, safe journey, Merry Christmas.
It's still AC Milan. No, it's not Antwerp. It's not Red Star Belgrade.
I'm sorry, right?
Shakhtar.
AC Milan went
Young boys.
AC Milan went in today, this morning. They were bottom of that group for a reason.
Needed a win. Desperate for a win.
They went to St James's.
Got to the semi-final last year.
No, haven't they, mate?
They were a good side.
Are they better than Newcastle?
Tonight they were, yeah.
No. Are they? Last season?
No. Tonight, yes.
Carl, Newcastle fan, good evening.
Evening, lads.
All right, Carl.
Festive greetings, Carl.
How are we both?
Yeah,
I'm all right, Carl. Better than you, I think.
Yeah, right. Well, to be fair, actually, I agree with everything that you've said, Jason, which is...
Come on, Carl.
No, I genuinely do. Look, we can be proud of the lads for getting there, but it hasn't been good enough.
So it's been embarrassing. It's not been embarrassing.
The last 4 games have not been good enough, mate. It's been poor.
It's disappointing. It's not embarrassing.
No, I agree, but we need to start acting like we belong there. We did it in the Carabao Cup final, acted like we're happy to be there, didn't look like we belonged there, ended up losing the game, and Manchester United were there for the taking because they were just as bad last season as they have been this season. We've got to the Champions League, which has been fantastic. It's allowed me to travel across Europe with my brother and follow Newcastle.
Ahead of schedule as well, Cole, by the way, ahead of schedule.
I absolutely agree, and I don't take that away from the club whatsoever, but I absolutely agree with Jason. At some point, the Saudis haven't come in here for a jollier. They're investing billions in this team over however long. They've got a huge project with PIF at 2030. They're going to be looking at making a profit off of the club and growing them to the likes of Chelsea and Liverpool and Manchester United and Manchester City over a period of time. Acting like we're just happy to be there isn't good enough. And I am starting to worry about this victim mentality that's creeping in regards to fatigue, etc. I get it to a certain extent, but we can't keep using that as an excuse. We need to be better. It's as simple as that. And we've proven, I agree, we haven't been good enough at this level.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.